Okay, hey YouTube viewers, today I explained to you yesterday, or on the last video, so far this is my fourth video. The first one was just the beginning, some tips and some other random things that were going through my head. The second one was maybe prep, I can't exactly remember the order. And then the last one I just did was the LSAC day. So after I did say at the end of the video that I would be doing basically what to do next after the LSAT. So this is what I did. Okay, so you just took the LSAT, and pretty much before, I kind of rewind, before I took the LSAT, I made a goal for myself. I wrote out all the schools that I wanted to apply to. So they say that you should do 7 schools, and then one is your like you reach it high, like you'll be lucky if you get into this school, and then the other, and then like the one over here is extreme, and then this one is the like I know I can get into that, of course, and then in the middle is like regular. The other ones that you apply to is like regular schools that you want to go to. So what I did is I applied to one reaching school, which is, you're reaching, you may or may not be able to get into that. And the rest was pretty much I know I can get into them because, as I said before, I didn't do the LSAT prep classes like I wanted to. So my score was not what I wanted it to be. So anyway. So now what I made for myself was the schools that I wanted to go to, and I ended up applying to 11 schools just because I was paranoid, and a lot of them were free. It was free to apply. Now, let me let you know this before you do like I did and put all the work into applying, filling out your applications and doing all this stuff. I did get free waivers to apply to the school. That's from the school. LSAC also charges you an administration fee to like put this stuff together and do it. So it was $16. So even though it was free, 11 schools, let's say all 11 were free, which they were not, by the way. In the first video I explained they're like 55 to 75. It's like very in prices how much the schools cost. But let's say all 11 were free. $16 administration fee. My math sucks, but you can do the math. I didn't want to pay that. But I did because I was kind of paranoid and upset about my LSAT score. But clearly I got into a school. So if you get a low score, don't be too upset. And also, I actually got into the school that I was reaching for, to be honest. But the schools that I did apply to, I got into all of them. And then I had a plan. I was just going to do really good and rank myself really high in school my first year, and then transfer to another school that I really wanted to go to that was a little higher in rank. So if you don't get a good LSAT score, it is not the end of the world. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult for you to get into that school you really want to go to that's higher in rank. So all the schools that I had listed, I went to each website because you need to do like extensive research. You don't want to be that person that applies for like a job and they say attach a resume and you attach only a cover letter. You're getting tossed out because you don't read well. So I researched each school's website, the law school website that I wanted to go to, and then I went to like the requirements, because some of them have requirements. Some of them, like for the personal statement, want you to only do 2 pages, and some of them will allow up to 4, and some of them will tell you, we only want it to be 12 fonts. Some of them get that specific, so you need to make sure to check that out. Other ones have stuff like early admissions, like if they have open enrollment, then they're constantly checking and accepting or rejecting students' applications. But the reason why I checked mine were mainly for those requirements, but also because I wanted to make sure to see which one of my schools had open enrollment and which one of them had like early enrollment. Now, some of them, like Mizzou, for instance, in Columbia, will have binding early enrollment, which means you can apply early and get accepted early, but if you get accepted, you basically said you made a binding agreement to them that you are coming to school there. So I didn't want to do that, so I just skipped that. And then other ones just have open enrollment, just like we start looking at applications in October, but the bulk of our students apply by December 1st, you know. For that, I kind of was like, I want to make sure, and I think this might be a little bit of a repeat from my first video, so I want to make sure that I apply to the schools that I need to apply to early so they can look at me first, because like I said previously, you bypass, if you get looked at first, then you bypass the big bulk of students, and you're getting judged in the regular group of students. You get looked at first, so I guess I feel like that bettered my chances of getting accepted. And scholarships too, so, which I'll try to have. I didn't really get scholarships. Actually, I didn't get any. I didn't even try, to be honest. But I will have another video on scholarships and other tips and ways to get your school maybe paid for, or to help you out financially. So I'll have that on another video. But they do have some scholarships that you get accepted for if you do early enrollment too. So make sure you check those out. Okay, so after the LSAC and looking at the schools, I got on LSAC, which is what I have up here. I'm going to try to do this backwards, which is probably not going to work, but let's give it a shot. So this website was what you needed to, what I mentioned in the first video, that you needed to log into to submit your applications and just register for the LSAT and all that other jazz. So you go up here to log in. Now you need to create, if you haven't done this yet, you need to create an account. You need to have, I actually don't remember how much it costs, like $100 and something maybe. So if you have that, do that, because you don't want to wait to the last minute on this stuff. And this, it makes it a lot easier. So you go here to, I don't know if you can see that, to, I'm going to go to not future JD student, because, well, shoot. Yeah, we'll go to future JD student. And I don't know if I'm still in here. But let's say you do this in your undergraduate year and you get your master's. They keep this account for a while, so you don't have to worry about having to pay yearly. You don't have to pay yearly. You pay like one time. And then you log in. So I'm going to log in. I think. I'm trying to, I may not remember my password actually. So that's not going to be very helpful if I don't. Sorry. I am not unprepared. I literally wanted to log in on screen and everything just to show you the beginning page. So let's see if this is, oh, logged in. Okay. So